Hey guys, Dwayne here. I got a new bike. Boom! My friend Mike bought a Whitcomb USA 10-speed. Back in the day, back in 1972, he bought it brand new and rode it for about 5 years in Chicago. He literally rode it until the wheels started coming apart. And he kept the frame and all of the good components. He kept them all this time, 45 years, thinking that one day he would restore that bike, but he never did. In fact, he bought a brand new, I think it's a Specialized bike, a couple of years ago. Anyway, so he had this Whitcomb 10-speed, most of a bike. No wheels, no pedals, no seat, but most of the bike was there in pristine condition. He's had it, he keeps it inside, and he's had it all this time. All this time. And he gave it to me for free. Okay, here's a quick history about Whitcomb Bicycles. The company was started by Ernie Whitcomb and his wife Lily in London, England in 1949. They made handmade custom frames and really high-end bicycles for that time period. Anyway, in 1970, they came to the United States for a big bike expo. And while they were here, they made a deal to make their bikes in the United States as a offshoot, a second company called Whitcomb USA. They made them in Hayden, Connecticut for about 8 years. And there were problems with supply, getting the parts from England to the United States and keeping up with the demand. They just couldn't do it. So Whitcomb USA didn't last very long. And I don't know how many bikes they made, but this is one of them. Okay, the next part of this video is going to be a slideshow, pictures that I took as I was assembling this bike. Collecting the parts, ordering parts, finding parts, and putting the bike together. So here you go. Okay, this first picture is the Whitcomb USA frame that Mike gave me. You can see it's got the handlebars, the front fork, the brakes, and the crank set and chain rings. And I should also mention it's sitting on a vintage Cannondale bicycle work stand that Mike also gave me. So that's pretty cool. There is most of a bike there. The next picture is the parts that he gave me off of the bike. And also a couple of tools, a chain tool and a spoke wrench and a crank removal tool. And all these parts are clean and dust-free in their little Ziploc bags. They really took good care of all this stuff. Here's a close-up of the Whitcomb USA logo on the down tube. Here's a close-up of the handlebar stem, Quill, I think they call it. This piece was made in Italy, 3TTT, alloy, aluminum, typical style for that time period. Here's a picture of the head badge, which is actually just a sticker, USA W for Whitcomb, made in East Hayden, Connecticut. It's a piece of history. Okay, here is the frame after I found some vintage alloy rims, 27-inch by 1¼ inch, old school 10-speed rims. These do have quick releases, which I really wanted, so I was happy to find them. I got them from my local bike shop. The owner of the local bike shop has a basement full of parts bikes. And if you need something vintage, and if he has it in his basement, he'll sell it to you. Very cool. I was very happy to get them. He lubed them and trued them before he sold them to me, and I got a great price. So yeah, it's starting to look more like a bicycle. Here's a picture of the 5-speed freewheel. This came with the rims. He didn't charge me extra for that, and that's cool because I needed one. It's also vintage. I have no idea how old it is, but it's in almost perfect condition. Here is the bike after I got the tires. Now it looks like a bike. It's got tires, pedals. I routed all the cables, the derailleurs, got a new chain, new seat, a Cloud 9 road bike seat, very comfortable. Yeah, at this point the bike is ready to ride. It's not finished yet. It still needs the handlebar tape, but it's ready to ride. Here's a close-up of the crankset. Sugino, I believe is the name of it. The guys at the bike shop said it was very high-end back in the day. And the teeth on the chain rings are nice and sharp, very little wear, and it just looks cool. I love the look of this. Here's a close-up of the tires I bought. Continental Super Sport 32 millimeters. These are 27-inch by 1¼ inch, which is basically 685 millimeters by 32 millimeters, meant for these vintage bike rims. The Continental Super Sport has a built-in like a liner, like a tire liner, a plastic strip that keeps thorns from going all the way through. And so far it's working well. I've ridden this bike over 300 miles so far and not a single puncture. So I'm very happy with these tires. Here is a close-up of the Cloud 9 seat. You might remember I also have a Cloud 9 seat, Cloud 9 comfort seat on my Schwinn Hybrid. This is a Cloud 9 road bike seat. It's longer and narrower, but still very comfortable. Here's a close-up of the handlebars with the cables routed. This bike has bar end shifters, and so the shifting cables get routed along the handlebars under the handlebar tape. Here's another picture of the bike with the seat, pedals, tires. Good looking bike. Okay, like I said, the bike is in riding condition. Even though I still didn't have the bar end tape, I took it for a ride. This is a picnic area about 7 miles from my house. Very nice ride. It rides great. I was a little nervous about riding a 45-year-old bike that I assembled. You know what I'm saying? But it rides great. Such a pleasure to ride this bike. And it's because of the skinny tires, it takes less effort to pedal. Yeah. Very, very nice bike. I did wear gloves because the aluminum handlebars are not that comfortable without some kind of wrap on them. But yeah, I like this picture. I love this bike. Okay, back home, I got the handlebar tape and wrapped the handlebars. I learned how to do that from watching YouTube videos. And let's see. Okay, here's a close-up of the cockpit. That is a wireless bike computer. Believe it or not, I got it for $9 from a Chinese website called wish.com. $9 for a wireless bike computer. And it works perfectly. Here's another close-up of the cockpit. And here's from the side. And that's it. Okay, that's how I restored the 1972 Whitcomb to its original glory. Since then, after riding it a few times, I've made some modifications. So let me show you what I did. Okay, as you can see, I replaced the original drop-down handlebar with a flat bar. Basically, a mountain bike flat handlebar. Rubber ergonomic grips. The shifters are no longer bar end shifters, they're stem mounted shifters. I got this riser stem on eBay for $9. The handlebar came off of an old mountain bike. I had to get mountain bike style brake levers. Tektro. Really good quality. They're all aluminum. And there you go. I now have a flat bar road bike. And I love riding this bike. Of course, it's my newest bike, so I ride it a lot. A lot of people convert these old school 10 speeds to a single speed or a fixie, and I consider doing that. But I like having gears. I like being able to shift, especially going up hills. But if that's your thing, single speed or fixie, have at it. These bikes are fun and easy to work on. There's lots of YouTube videos to show you how to do stuff, and the parts are easy to get and cheap. So anyway, thank you for watching this video and sharing this Whitcomb restoration project with me. Have a great day. Get out and ride. Peace out.